Hello, this is G.A.M.E, aka UFG Blaze, with United Front Gaming. So today I'm here with the boss man Kenny,
What's up? What's up?
and gonna do some Pokemon. I'm gonna do some shiny hunts for the most part, and just to break up the monotony, gonna do a couple of raids. Shiny hunting for that long is gonna make me put my head through the wall, so gotta break it up a little bit. Uh, yeah, so I'll probably explain a little bit about shiny hunting while I'm doing it. It is gonna involve me running in circles and talking a lot.
Right,
Okay,
definitely.
so let me go to explaining a shiny hunt. So basically, shinies are Pokemon that are a different color. Extremely rare in every Pokemon game. It's gotten less rare over the years because they were crazy back in 2001. So uh, the numbers used to actually be 1 in 8,096. Those are your odds of getting a shiny.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
And that's basically. And the thing is, the way it worked, imagine having 8,096 marbles in a bag, and one of those marbles was a black marble. And you put your hand in the bag each time. And that's basically how it was running into Pokemon. So now they
Okay.
cut that down from Generation 4 on. They cut that down to 1 in 4,096, and they added ways to bring it down with doing like certain tasks in a certain order and getting something that's called the Shiny Charm. So for the Shiny Charm, you have to complete the Pokédex, which I did. I had to play both games to do that. So I had Shield and Sword, played through both, caught everything that I could, and just traded them back and forth, using a friend to trade them back and forth since I only have one Switch. Almost bought another Switch just to trade, but that would have been a little much. Uh, I'm actually,
Definitely too much, actually.
I'm actually, because I do have a shiny that I could show off. Just
Well,
looking
before you
for
do
it.
that, what exactly are shinies for the people who don't know?
Oh, it's just a different color palette. That's it. So
Oh, you did? Okay, okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah, it's just a different color palette. Sometimes they look really, really cool. Sometimes there's no noticeable difference. Is it this one?
You're basically getting Pokemon with some bling.
That's a good way to put it. Why can't I find my Magikarp? I know I got you shiny. Oh no, I have him shiny in Sword. I'm playing Shield. That's right. Okay, so never mind.
Oh.
Okay, so I'll just get back to this. So, yeah, like I said earlier with the odds. So my odds are lower because of two reasons. Because I do have the shiny charm. So if you look at my Pokédex, caught 400, seen 400. 400 is how many Pokemon are in this game. So,
That's nuts.
yeah. So I got all the Pokemon. So they gave me the shiny charm. So there is something else that not everybody knows about. I mean, if you play Pokemon, you know about it. There's something called the Masuda method. So what that is, what they added a few generations ago. I believe it was like 4 generations ago. Um, they added a I don't even know what you would call it. They added a feature where if you have two Pokemon from different language games, the chances of them breeding a shiny goes up by a lot. Um,
Okay.
so I have and my sword. I play sword in Spanish. So every Pokemon I have in sword has like a Spanish tag on it, which that I could show because I know I do have one. I think it's this guy. Nope, not that one.
You sure it's not the other game?
No, it's definitely in this one.
Okay.
Yeah, you see on the top right, it says SPA.
Right.
Yeah, so that's a Spanish Ditto. So I have a Spanish Ditto that I transferred over from my sword game, which I'm playing in Spanish, and I have a English G.A.M.E, which is the Pokemon I'm hunting for. So I have them in the daycare, and they're getting down to business, and they're giving me eggs. So yeah, that little thing is getting with my Ditto, the Spanish, and they're making half Spanish, half English babies. One of those babies is gonna be a different color.
Oh my gosh. It just sounds so bad.
This is breeding.
It's interracial dating, and we're hoping for a certain color. That's what we're hoping for, you know.
And the
There's
ones that
matches
aren't
out.
that color, they get tossed into the wild.
Yeah, see. I mean, I know we're talking about Pokemon, but it just sounds, it's horrible.
Yes, it is. But I have an absurd number of these, and I actually threw away 6 boxes. So each holds 30 Pokemon. So
Wow, all to get a shiny?
yeah, okay. So that's how many eggs I have left, and I keep getting eggs. This is how many eggs I hatched, and
Interesting.
I threw away 6 full boxes already.
So, is there a shiny for every Pokemon?
Yes. Um, as of right
Oh
this
wow.
second, no, because the legendary shinies come out later. Not every shiny. You can't get every shiny from breeding. The legendaries you have to get from encounters. Encounters are higher odds. Right now, using the Masuda method and with my shiny charm, I have a 1 in 500 chance of getting the shiny. Right now, I'm at about Right now, I'm at about 400 with no shiny. So theoretically, within the next 100 hatches, I should get it. But there is stories of people in this game going 4,000 hatches without getting a shiny. I'm hoping
See,
I'm not in that group.
man, see that just when you thought all you had to do was catch them all, now you have to catch them all twice.
Oh, here's the hatch.
Does any Pokemon have multiple shinies?
No, only if they have different forms.
Oh, okay. So each form will have a shiny. Gotcha.
Yes. So if there's like let's see who could I put in, like Farfetch. It's a duck. There's Galarian Farfetch, which is from this game, and then the Kanto Farfetch, which is the original game. If you have both versions of it, then their shinies look different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my first shiny was actually back in Pokemon Silver version. So back in like I believe 2001, and that was a shiny Electrode. And that was the first time they had shinies, because they didn't have shinies in Generation 1.
I would say like it is. I played a decent amount of Pokemon games, but I never. This is the not this particular game. I heard of shinies before this game, but it wasn't until more recent that I heard of them. Uh, in terms of like people. I guess also because social media has got bigger. A
Yeah.
lot of people, more people talking about it. But and then there's also the fact that I guess being an adult, I didn't really trade and do all that sort of thing. It was kind of like a few of my friends, and then it was just me, and then I might did a couple of versus matches, but it was never. I would never go and talk to people about Pokemon like we do now with social media and whatever. So I hadn't heard of them, so it was interesting. It was like, oh, I gotta get shinies and everything. And it's like shinies. What's that?
Yeah, so back when well, I guess it's because of the age difference, because you're right on the edge of people that would have like really followed Pokemon. Well, when it came out, what, you were in high school?
Was I in high school? What
No, you
year?
shouldn't have been in high school. Pokemon started in the US, if you look at Gen 1, like 96?
Was it?
I believe it was 96, 97.
I might have been either like middle school, like getting ready to leave to go to high school, or I was like freshman year. I'm trying to think. It's been a while. You said 90s. Yep, 96 blue and green.
Oh no, then US was 97 then, because there was no green in the US, so that was when they did red and blue.
Okay. So 90. Oh no, it did have red and blue.
Oh, it did?
It says red. It says red, blue, and green.
Yeah, green definitely came out first because that was Japanese only. We never
Okay.
got that one here.
Did the show start the same time? Did the show start at the same
Yeah,
time?
yeah, because I would watch it every morning before school.
I think I was freshman. I think I was freshman high school. I can't remember, to be honest. Let me see. No, actually, no. I was in middle school when Pokemon came out because I actually graduated high school in 2002.
Old man.
I'm not old. That's horrible. Especially the way life expectancy. I'm not old. I'm mature or seasoned. Especially there's some gamers I know who are older than me. So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
seasoned. You know.
Anyway, yeah, I would say my first shiny was an Electrode back in like 2001 when Silver came out. There was a lot of people I know of because I heard a lot of stories where people thought because they never really Shinies wasn't like something big. They didn't advertise it. It was nothing
Right.
special. It was a hidden feature. They kind of left it in there. I don't know if it was even something that they planned because the way Shinies were originally, some Shinies have changed their color over the years. Because before, what they used to do was the game would do it by itself. It was just something they would put in, and it would just change the palette to the next available palette. So you will end up with some weird colors for shinies, or you'll end up with something crazy like you have yellow Pikachu, you have slightly more yellow Pikachu. So it would be
Right.
something like that, and that they kept. But some shinies changed, whereas like they changed it from like a purple into like a pure black or something to like change it, and now they just do completely. They try to give the shinies a reason for it to be that color. Before it was automated. So
So
now,
that's
my bad.
automated how? Like in the sense that you could get more than one type of shiny for one each
No,
Pokemon?
it would just be the next available color palette in that because of the way the
Oh,
16-bit
I
color
see.
worked. It'd just be the next one in line. Um,
I used to think when I first heard shiny, I used to think that they were shiny, like they were sparkly versions.
well, they do sparkle when you call them out. And that's
Oh,
the idea
okay.
behind it. They go bling bling sparkle sparkle. But yeah, that's about it. Um, so yeah, when I got my first one, I kept it because I was like, oh, that's cool, it's blue, and it was supposed to be red. And I heard of people actually saying, oh, but my game got messed up. This Pokemon's the wrong color, and they would turn it off, not knowing how rare it was.
Wow.
And they would restart the game, the Pokemon would be the right color again, and then years down the road, they hear about shinies again and find out what it is, and they'll just start screaming, like just blood curdling screams.
Well, I mean, I guess it wouldn't matter then, because it's not like someone came up to you and was like, "Yo, I want to trade the shiny or whatever."
It's not
You know
even
what I mean?
about.
Like it wasn't. I mean, I guess if you're a collector, you want to get every single, all 400 Pokemon, and then another 400 with of the shiny or whatever. I can understand that just completionist, but you didn't know, so you didn't. It's cool. You know what I mean?
Till you
It's
learn
not like
about
you
it.
sold like a rare Ken Griffey, card, and you could have made $1 million or something. Like it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that shiny I got back then, it was at a time where like a lot of people didn't know about shinies. I didn't even know what it was. I just decided to keep it, and that started from basically the reason why I did it, because going back to Gen 1 history, there was a glitch called the Missing No glitch. So it was a Pokemon that was just a bunch of like pixels, just in any type of formation on the screen. It wasn't a real Pokemon. It was a glitch that it was part of the cloning glitch, where you could clone items and you end up with like 100 rare candies or whatever. Um, so back then I just caught it because you had the ability to catch it. I mean, it was just a glitch. It wasn't a real number. It would just the Pokédex I think would be empty when you caught it. Like it would just like wouldn't say anything. But I just caught it, so I just ended up catching everything that looked different. So when I got that electrode, I was like, huh. I just kept it.
Got you. Okay. Gonna catch me some Pokemon.
So right now I'm actually in the middle of two different shiny hunts. I'm trying to get the G.A.M.E from hatching eggs, and I'm also trying to get a Zigzagoon, which I'll show you what it is in a second. But I encountered him about 600 times now, and I haven't gotten anything.
Oh wow. Now, is there any way to increase your chances of catching a shiny in the wild?
Just a
Like
shiny. In this game, no. In other games, yes. They kind of
Gotcha.
got rid of it for some reason. Like with the last game, which was Let's Go, Pokemon Let's Go.
Yeah.
If you caught 32 of the same Pokemon in a row without any of them running for you, it would up your chances by a lot.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and then it would up your chances by a lot. So this is Zigzagoon. He turns. I forgot what color he turns. I believe he's like a light brown where the black is, with blue eyes. So in this game is just kind of just run into them. Oh yeah, forgot. So the one way to increase your chances is, let me go to the Pokédex so I can show you. Okay, so the way you increase your chances, it tracks how many you've battled, which means how many you've knocked out or caught. I have 504 battled. So when so now that I hit 500, it ups my chances by like, I think it cuts your chances down in like half or something like that, something close to that. So you have to battle 500. So
Okay.
for this guy, I've battled 4. So I have to get up to 500 to increase my chances. So right now, this is the only one I could really encounter and have a decent chance of getting a shiny. By decent chance, it's like 0.14%. Actually gonna look at these beams and see what I got here. Oop. I might do a quick raid to break. Ooh. I don't know if I want to do that. Let me check what you are. Actually, check my stickers too. Ooh, G.A.M.E Lapras. Okay. Missed it. G.A.M.E Lapras would have been fun. What do I got here? No, ugh. No double for me. Gotta find something good around here somewhere. definitely whooping it. Definitely grabbing him up. That is not even a question. Where are we? Boom. Doing this solo because it's a 3-star. I could more than handle that. My lantern's level 100, so I'm basically gonna like 2-piece him. So Halucha is something that I am definitely looking to get shiny. So I'm gonna be hatching a bunch of those. Look at that! I cracked him. That was crit. Trying to hit me. That was a crit. It did no damage. I might end him already. Shield break. Take a little extra damage. Wow, left with nothing. I'm gonna catch this. Okay. See if I got anything good. Check your stats. I could check the stats from there, but for some reason it doesn't show you the full stats unless they're in your box. Oops, not safe. Oh no, wait. I literally over here, isn't he? Yes. Pretty bad. We're unburdened though, that's good. Put him out of the way. Excuse me. Get my eggs out. Even check the stats. Heal. Didn't get a single good one that last group. Not getting any luck on these eggs. Excuse me. It's not a ditto raid. I thought that was a ditto raid. Do I have any reason? Ooh, Lapras! Switch Pokemon. Lantern, my MVP right now. Been using them for almost every raid. Electric is really good. Water, it's also really good in terms of things it's strong against. See if I could get anybody else to join. It's on a 3-minute timer. Boom, boom. Come on. Somebody join. Somebody join. Fairly positive I could do this myself without anybody joining, but with Lapras, gotta give somebody else a chance to get it. And I'm gonna get no luck, so we're just gonna start this. Oh, there's some good Pokemon, good NPCs against him. Except Solrock. Solrock is a problem. But hopefully I can do enough damage myself. Oh no, that's not good. Oh boy, I don't know if I could win this. Oh, it's only a 5 shield, so that's not too awful. Come on, give me some luck. I need you to not be trash, Solrock. Silrock is dead. Oh, hit me with that? This ain't gonna do nothing to me. Oh no. Oh boy. This is gonna be rough. Well, that's gonna hurt him a lot. Boy. Cracked him. She should be in pretty good shape. I don't think I'm gonna have an issue here. I think I lost. Oh no! I might have lost. Rip. Huh. I have to... I had to waste my turn. Please, nobody die. Please don't die. You can live. Hit me. No. GG. I'm gonna need help with that fight. I guess I'll get Lapras later. Going back to the shiny hunt. Excuse me. One of these boys is gonna be shiny.
that Qfin. I'm gonna stop picking up the eggs for a while. It's just too many eggs. If I don't get it in this time period, I'm probably just not meant to get it. Do some traveling. Ooh, egg hatch. One of these days is gonna be shiny. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. So I got one more in this batch of eggs. Fingers crossed. This is gonna be a long journey. Man. No, 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 no. Damn, not getting no luck. Ah, didn't want to talk to him. I hate the weather drops your vision. It's annoying. Yeah. Go on him. Feather swan. One day I'm hoping we get a full game like this. So like full like 3D camera and everything. So right now I can only do that in the wild area. Gonna need this game to give me some luck. No, just go. Hatching these eggs could get really annoying. Just takes forever. Oh, that's a deli bird. I don't want deli bird. Who's that? Not worth it. Yes. It's gonna give me some luck. I'm gonna get the luck. Eventually. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely that grass type. Making that sound. Garbodor always got a crazy sound. No. Cool fight. So, shiny hunting takes so much dedication. I don't know why I want this yellow dragon so bad. Excuse me. Nothing. Give me my yellow! Huh. I think that's the fifth one for this set. Yep, that was all the eggs for that set. Hopefully get a perfect one or something. Oh, that's pretty terrible. Almost worth it. Roselia. It's only a 3-star though. Probably would have did it if it was more than 3-star. Hey, try to get me. I didn't check them. Who was that? Oh, Roller. I didn't make it. Oh, that's a G.A.M.E. I gotta go for that one. I can't not go for this. Somebody better join. Yes, there we go. Give me one more friend and I'll start it up. Okay. Come on, I just want one more person to make this a lot easier. I might have to start it with just two.
Yo.
What's up?
Sorry, had to take care of some family business.
It happens. It's cool.
Yep. Alright, so you're going into a raid,
Yes, I
and
am.
looks like we're just two people though.
I probably don't need more than that. The other guy's probably decent, and I know my lantern is level 100, so it's gonna do a lot of work.
Oh, we got someone in the chat.
Oh, we do. I didn't even see. I should have been looking at that.
Heyo. I think that's heyo. Thanks for stopping by. I didn't see. Did you find any shinies?
I did not because luck is not on my side ever.
Gotcha.
Ever.
Oh, it's I think his name's Geraldo. I don't want to. Hopefully, I didn't say that wrong. He asks, "How do I join?" Do you mean join the raid or like subscribe?
Probably join the raid. Yeah, I didn't put a code or anything. You would have just had to find it.
Ah, well, maybe next time, because there wasn't, you know, you only had two people, and you have like bots, so you
Yeah.
could definitely use some help.
Yeah, we could do it next time. The thing is, this is a special raid. It's a G.A.M.E, Gigantamax Lapras. Pretty hard to find.
Oh, he's rare.
Yeah.
So is this something where he's rare for today, or he's just rare, period? Like,
Oh, period. It's just hard to find. Any G.A.M.E can be pretty hard to find. I just happened to get lucky and run into him, which is why I actually stopped to do the raid.
Gotcha. Okay.
Excuse me.
Well, hopefully they Well, actually, it doesn't even matter. You've collected all of the Pokemon. I was gonna be like, oh, you can capture them.
Well, I haven't caught this. I caught a Lapras before, but not a G.A.M.E Lapras. This is gonna be my first G.A.M.E Lapras.
Oh, so you haven't caught them all. Okay, okay.
It's like imagine you caught a basketball player and then you caught Michael Jordan. Difference.
Well, no, because I mean, do they both have the same name? Like,
I mean, they're both.
and look identical?
They don't. First off, they don't look identical. So the regular Lapras doesn't have notes or like swinging around his body.
But this is just—he's not always giant, though, right? Like when you capture him.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's only.
Does he have the notes when he's small?
No, he does not.
Oh, all right, yeah. So he looks the same. Yeah, whatever. Now when you like, if it's multiple people playing, you know, the raid, obviously, can you all capture him, or is it like just one person?
Yeah, everybody sees their own version of it. We're all fighting the same one, but everybody, basically on their game, they're catching him. In my game, I'm catching him. You don't see anybody else throw a ball. But we all see our own. Like separate loot in like a action RPG.
I see.
Like not everybody saw it. You all killed the same monster, but not everybody saw that sword drop.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good there. So who's the big fish guy in the back?
That is me. That's my lantern. My level 100 lantern, Dynamax.
Oh, is he your strongest Pokemon?
No, definitely not. It's just he just happens to be level 100. It happens to be a good typing for this. He's water electric against water ice, and electric is strong against water, so you know it's just for the double damage.
Oh, so is water good against water? Like good against water?
No, it just doesn't take extra damage from water. Like it's neutral damage.
Neutral,
So,
okay.
It's good. It's good defensively against them, and very strong offensively.
No, I read somewhere that the Pokemon actually aren't giant size, that they're just reflecting light to look bigger.
I don't know where you read that, but yeah, they're pretty giant.
It was actually in the Pokemon. Someone showed a Pokédex, like in the game, that was talking about that. Let's see if I can look it up. While you're fighting there. Let's see.
I'm about to lose my Dynamax too. I don't know if we're strong enough for this.
And also, while I'm looking that up, how do you feel about the DLC that they announced, the pass for the extra Pokemon and stuff?
I think it's really good. Like I actually don't see why people tend to just hate on stuff just to hate on it. I really don't see an issue with it at all. Because what they would have done before, they would have released a whole new game.
You know, like, so here's my thing. I'm in the middle, right? And only because I haven't invested like you guys, right? So, on one hand, we have seen this before, and not so much with Nintendo, because Nintendo's good, but we've seen this before where someone creates a problem and then they sell you the solution. Square Enix. And in the sense where, you know, they take something or they remove something and then charge it back to you later, right? The reason why I hold out for Pokemon though is because there's so many, like a lot of Pokemon in this game, right? Like you caught, it was 400, but then they left out a ton, right?
Yeah, they left out about 400.
So you think about, and I know there's the whole argument about they're using the same models, blah 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 blah. But you think about it, there's no other game that really has the amount of, you know.
Yeah, like you won't play a RPG where there's 850 different enemies. That's not gonna happen.
Right, specific enemies that, some are rare, some aren't. There's usually a bunch of clones. There's a bunch of grunts,
Yeah.
soldiers.
There's a
There's a
goblin, then there's a hobgoblin, then there's a
yeah, and then
black
there's a
goblin.
hierarchy. Yeah, whereas Pokemon, I mean, just one type of Pokemon, there's a ton of them, right? And
Yeah.
so I can understand. And then also there's the idea that you want to bring out new Pokemon, and so if you always have this huge number following you everywhere, you never really get to introduce anything new, and you know what I mean. So there's a lot of reasons why I can understand someone being like, or the developer being like, you know what, we're gonna hold off on all these Pokemon and also get the game out on time, right? But then it was cool because in the sense that you don't have to pay for a full game, you get all these extra Pokemon, and if you didn't buy it, someone else, you can still trade with someone who did, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Um, and so like, especially if, like if someone's like hunting shinies and they have the pass, and you have a bunch of shinies, but you want the other Pokemon. I mean, there's so many different things, ways you can kind of work that out for yourself without actually having to pay extra money.
Yeah.
Um, so I personally thought it was okay, but I understood from a perspective of how you used to have this, that, and the third, and now you don't, and now you have to repurchase it. It's kind of like the way I feel about fighting games, where you have a legacy character that's been there in like every game, and then all of a sudden the new game comes out, they're not there, but then if you pre-order it, you get that character, and it's like, wait a minute, fam, like he's always been in the game, like why are
I
we
mean, but if it's
not
pre-ordered, at least you're not paying more for a pre-order. That's a
to an extent? Because let's say you couldn't pre-order it, let's say something came up, you couldn't pre-order, you got it like a little bit later, now you have to actually pay for that character. And then there's other characters that come up too. Uh, I know like Soul Calibur was one of them where there was a bunch of characters where I was like, they should have just been in the game. I would have no problem paying for the new ones that's never been in the game, but the ones who've, like I can't see a Street Fighter come out where you have to pay extra for Ryu. That just seems weird. Um,
I mean, it depends on because I've mentioned it before with like Street Fighter 3, Ryu and Ken weren't supposed to be in the game. That they just got so much ridiculous backlash that they put them in. A lot of times it's not them leaving characters out to sell them later. It's just what we want to
oh
put
no,
in
no, no,
different
that was
characters.
different. That was different, but that was eons ago comparatively.
Yeah,
Because Capcom doesn't do that. They don't do that anymore. In a sense, like they know what characters they're gonna put in it and not put in the game. Street Fighter 3 had a story based reason why they weren't gonna put them in the game. Outside of the fact that they wanted to introduce new characters and kind of move the meta a little bit, but at the same time, when we look at some of the later games, that wasn't so much the case. Like we see how, I mean, granted, we have Street Fighter 5 coming out with the Championship Edition, and you saw some of the characters that they started pulling in. They, from Third Strike and some of the other. I get why they would be kind of DLC because those guys were only in that collective of games.
yeah.
For
With
instance,
some of
like
the
when they
characters, oh sorry, yeah, I was gonna say like some of the characters like Gil and Urian, they've never been in a 3D model before, so they did have to remake them from the ground up.
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like when they started bringing in people from Street Fighter Alpha to put into Street Fighter 5 and stuff like that, it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense because those characters were regulated to the Alpha series. Totally get that. But when you have characters who weren't, that's when it's like, okay, like it just feels weird. Um, I'd rather them just not be in the game, but that's just me. So I kind of understood people like those kind of upset about it a little bit. Um, but I lean towards the people who are like, uh, this is a good deal. If you're a big Pokemon fan, you get extra content. There's gonna be new dungeons, I believe, or something like that, like new areas to explore,
Yeah, new
and
areas.
a slew of new Pokemon, or old Pokemon, but new
Both
to the game.
actually returning and new.
Oh, it's gonna be new as well.
Yeah, as far as I know, there's some new Pokemon. There's definitely new legendaries.
Oh, well,
Oh,
there
this
you
is
go.
really
There you go.
good. So yeah, like I actually don't like a big thing people were complaining about was the fact that oh, but the 3DS games were only $40. So even if you bought a new game, which was the same story, same everything again, just a new save. So
Right.
from like Diamond and Pearl to Platinum? Yeah, from like Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So Platinum was a new game that came out a year later, but it was the same story, same everything, just different Pokemon. Um, People were saying, oh, if you just bought that and then bought the new version, it was $40 or $40, but it was a 3DS game, so it was $40 and $40, so it was only $80. Now, if you buy this full game plus the DLC, you're spending $90. It doesn't work that way just because
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah,
full
that doesn't
console.
work.
It's not a 3DS. You're playing a
Yeah.
home console game on the Switch. Not to mention also, Diamond and Pearl weren't like this. Diamond and Pearl was still kind of top down.
Exactly.
So just from what I know or from what I see, it just people just like to complain because that's human. When you don't like something,
I
you
mean,
complain.
now here's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily I don't think it's necessarily everyone's just complaining just to complain. I totally understand if you felt like for instance, if you were playing and let's say you were like your favorite Pokemon didn't show up in the game. And now it's going to be in the game, even though they were in the other games that you've been playing. And now they're going to come, but they're going to come via extra money.
My
That
favorite
wasn't the
Pokemon actually isn't in the game, and if he is in the DLC, I will be happy. Just happy, just the fact that he
right. Well,
made it back
I'm
in.
just saying, like if the character has always been in Pokemon games, and he's not now, and then he's going to come back in DLC. I can understand why someone would feel a little way,
Uh,
especially if you only want that character.
I I see what you mean, but that's exactly what's happening to me. 'Cause my favorite
No, no,
character
no.
is Dragon.
I get it. Like, so I get it. I guess I'm not saying for you to feel a way about it,
Yeah,
but just understanding that I know why someone might be a little miffed about it.
yeah.
Like, not enough to go on the forums and lose your mind. Um, but I could totally understand. Like, if granted, Charizard is in every freaking Pokemon, but if Charizard was left out and that's like your favorite, you play with him every single game, and you have to pay $30 to get Charizard after buying the game, I can understand. I can understand a little bit. I can because they're not selling him. They're also not selling him by himself either.
Yeah, they're not.
I mean, that was the case with and this isn't really a big deal, but with the Breath of the Wild, there was DLC that I wanted and DLC that I didn't want, but you had to buy the whole package. Granted, it was mad cheap comparatively to other expansions and such. There was some stuff I didn't want, so I can totally understand that. Again, personally, I think it's a good deal. I think it's not a big deal. I am
And
gonna keep my eye on Nintendo in terms of when it comes to these passes and stuff.
yeah, you got
Uh,
everybody gonna watch it like, hey.
yeah, because it's one of the things where you kind of dip your feet in the water and things start to. Yeah, I'm not even gonna go into their mobile games right now, but there's some stuff that
Big
I'm
oof.
not too cool with, and
Mario.
yeah,
I mean, you can't even blame them. They tried to do it right with Super Mario Run. And what happened? It made like $7. It
I thought
literally
it
made.
I thought it did okay.
It did great by itself. Until you compare it to every single other mobile game on the market.
I mean, here's the thing. You look at Pokemon Go, um, and they did extremely well, like extremely well.
Yeah, Pokemon Go
Uh,
is loaded with microtransactions.
Yeah, but
Loaded.
they're not this. The microtransactions in Pokemon Go aren't the same as the microtransactions in the racing game, Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like, Mario Kart is ridiculous, and it's a lot of loot box type stuff. Um, yeah, it's kind of bad. I mean, we don't need to go into that, but I'm just saying, like, there's a way that you can. Just because some things don't work out doesn't mean you start, you know, having trash tactics, or not being great to your customers. Like that just nickel and diming isn't cool.
Uh, it's so hard when you think about it on like a business aspect though. It's just you have to
No,
compete.
not really. Nope, nope, not for me. Because at the end of the day, your whatever model you take, you put on in terms of where it's free to play. You have an upfront fee or whatever the case may be. You are taking whatever risks there are. That's just part of the market, and you have, especially in Nintendo's case, the risk is smaller because you have the biggest icons in gaming. Um, Pokemon could have made a decent, like a lot of money even without some of the stuff that's in the game. We talk about games that make, millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then the microtransactions themselves make even more, from the whales and such that overspend. Uh, it's not needed. A lot of it's not needed. It's wanted, but not needed.
It's I don't know. I don't know. Just there's just certain ways to see it where you kind of have to like. 'Cause the thing is, investors they wanna compete with everybody else. If they see EA just made 150 billion dollars on this game. You made 150 million. Why are they making so much more than you? And then they gotta explain that, and they're like,
Well,
oh, because we don't want to be nice to our customers. And then the investors are actually like, what?
you also have to look at the fact that Nintendo never competes on that in that sense. I mean, if they did, the Switch would be way more expensive. It would be way more powerful. They wouldn't do certain things that they do with online, their online services. There's a lot of things that Nintendo just doesn't do that the other companies do. So if it was always about a competition base, if it was always about how much money they can make, Nintendo would not be Nintendo. That's my belief. Um, because there's a lot of stuff that they've done and that they held out from doing for years, and they've made ridiculous amounts of money. I mean, Pokemon prints money. This is the first time we've had a season pass, and I think it's more of a necessity thing more than just trying to get extra money in Nintendo's case. I now that theory that you have for people like or companies like Activision and EA, totally. EA goes overboard. I mean, we saw what happened with Star Wars, right? Like
Yeah.
they lost their minds in those cases. So I totally understand in that, but not Nintendo. They don't really do
I
that.
mean, but they still have investors. Like
right,
every
but
company has
they're
investors.
printing. They make so much money that it doesn't matter. Is what I'm saying. Like you don't have. No one has to do this. They make enough money, but Nintendo Extra doesn't have to do it because it's Nintendo. Like, even with the backlash, did anybody think that Pokemon wasn't gonna sell on the Switch?
Uh, anybody with
Come on.
sense knew it was gonna sell, because it's Pokemon. It's gonna sell.
Yeah,
But
it's going to sell.
people without sense, there's a lot of people without sense that were like, oh, this Pokemon is terrible. It's gonna do awful. Blah 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 blah. And then like, no, you idiot. That's not how it
It's
works.
no, it's Pokemon. Like it's
If
like
you slap Mario on anything with an official sticker, I mean, it's the same thing.
they're gonna sell. Like they sell really really well, and so heck, this actually sold more than Smash, right? Like the
I believe so. It's definitely close.
yeah, like that's huge. Like I said, it's just they don't need to do the nickel and diming stuff, and they really don't need to do it in mobile. There's ways of winning without you know going the route that everyone else goes, because you just look bad, and then people stop playing your game, and that's even worse because now you have a game that actually has these iconic characters that isn't making the money that you wanted to make. That looks bad because it should be a slam dunk for these particular people, characters. Like you remember the Nintendo it was kind of like a me thing where like it was on your phone. It was like an app. You had like a little virtual character that walked around and you kind of like chat with people and you get like
Oh yeah, yeah. They
I
cut it
forgot what it was
off.
called. Yeah, that could have made a lot of money. Uh, and granted, that cutesy type of thing works better in Japan than over here, but a lot of stuff that they were selling was like it wouldn't be stuff I want to buy. Like it would be cool if I could make a character and then I could buy Mario clothing or I could buy like a Mario themed apartment and put him in or whatever. But they were selling like random like here's a pair of jeans for like a nickel or something. And it's like it's not iconic. Like give me the iconic stuff. Like there's things that you can do to really push this to I feel like they just kind of dabble here and there. They don't really know. And I also feel like Nintendo doesn't do enough research outside of themselves.
They
It
definitely
works,
don't, but that's a Japan thing.
but
That's
they really
Japanese
need to.
culture.
I can't speak too much on the culture, because I mean, even Sony is doing certain things differently, right? In terms of competing and competition, some things I'm like, okay, you want to have an online service or you want to have, you know, something that competes with Xbox Live and PSN, but then you have friend code still, or you have, you know, I mean, granted, the fin codes are better now because you don't have to have a code for every single game. But like, there's just certain things where I'm like, you didn't really look at anybody else, did you? Like, you just kind of winged it, and like, and that's why the results are what they are. Like, there's people that are doing it pretty well. Just I mean, I'm not saying you have to copy, but there's industry standards for a reason, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So, still no shiny.
It's probably not gonna happen today. This is gonna be like it would have to happen like really soon before I just give up for the day.
Gotcha. Well, at least you got a raid in.
Yeah, I did catch the G.A.M.E Lapras, which is always nice.
Oh, you did catch it. Awesome.
Yeah, and
That's
it had
cool.
perfect stats too, that was really nice.
Does the Pokédex is not in the game, right?
What do you mean?
Is the Pokédex in Sword and Shield?
Yeah, Pokédex is in every game. It's the most important part of the game.
What was the thing that they said wasn't in it outside of the other Pokemon?
National Dex.
Ah, that's what it was.
National
Okay.
Dex that's the Pokemon from every region. So every game has their own regional Dex, and then the National Dex, which is just everything.
Okay, so someone posted, and I can't find it now, of course, but someone posted, I guess, an image from the Pokédex talking about the giant Pokemon and how they're not actually giant.
That's a theory. That's fan theories. There's a million
It's a
Pokemon theories with stuff like that, but they're giant. I mean, it's even like that in the anime.
No, I mean like, but why would it be in the Pokédex though? Are you saying that was made up?
Wait, what do you mean?
So what I was looking at on Twitter was the person posted a picture from their Switch showing the Pokédex saying that they aren't really giant. And I was saying, was that made up or was that
That's
actually a thing?
that's made up because the Pokédex doesn't say anything about G.A.M.E or
Huh.
Dynamax Pokemon. Like where's a G.A.M.E Pokemon? Give me a G.A.M.E. Yeah. Oh, I didn't catch it yet. Let's go with a G.A.M.E that I caught. Jesus. Why can't I find anything?
Well, maybe because you have so freaking many.
I mean, this is just a 400 to 10 to Pokédex.
That's a lot of Pokemon, bro. That's not. It's like, oh, I just got 400. It's nothing.
Santa Cobra. I gotta find Santa Cobra if I have that one here. I don't remember if I have the Dreadnought G.A.M.E. No, I do not. Ah! I have Orbital G.A.M.E? I think I have Orbital G.A.M.E. I don't.
Did you get any of them? Or
Yeah.
maybe it's in the other game.
No, I did. I do have chart. I didn't evolve it. I didn't. I never sent it to G.A.M.E. There it goes. I definitely caught the leopard. I caught it though. Why is it not filled in? Yeah, that's weird. I definitely
That
caught
is
it.
odd.
Actually, haven't really looked for like the G.A.M.E. Pokemon stuff. So okay, maybe let's have another one that I think I used. I used you before. I know I used you. Huh. Rip. I guess I don't have. I guess I haven't used the G.A.M.E. yet.
Oh, you have to use them before they pop up?
I guess so, because I thought it would just be there.
Oh.
Okay. Well, anyway, but yeah, they're definitely like even like in the lore they're big. Because even the anime they're big, and they purposely do that. Each region has their own like gimmick. That's just the gimmick for this game.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like it's fully integrated into the story. With a theory like that, they wouldn't be able to implement it. I mean, yeah, and with Pokemon, there's a million and one fan theories. Like one of the most popular theories is Ash isn't really on the journey. Apparently, Ash went into a coma in episode 1, and everything else is a dream. Like that's a big fan theory.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, everybody did. It's a super popular fan theory. I think this is gonna be the last set of eggs.
Da, 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 da. Not a shiny. Shiny.
I got one more egg after this. And then I just cry in the corner.
But you have gotten some shinies, right?
Not in this game, but in other games, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I got almost everything that was available in Let's Go. I got almost every shiny available. But I stopped playing before I caught them all. But I had like 100 and change shinies.
Oh.
Because it was just really easy to get in that game. Yeah, rip. No shiny this time. Let's see, at least maybe got something with good stats. I did not. Okay. So anyway, it's gonna be the end of Pokemon. So, thank you everybody for joining us on the stream. You could do the outro if you want, Kenny. Too much stuff to remember and I can't right now.
No problem. Yeah, like Jamie said, thanks for checking it out. Unfortunately, we didn't find any shinies today, but you kind of expected that, right? I mean, we probably would have put something in the title like, "Oh, we got a shiny" or something, so you would, know to click on it. If we do another one of these, maybe record a video or something, and with us actually finding one, then I'll definitely throw it up on YouTube. But feel free to subscribe for more UFG plays videos and Saturday night streams. If you don't know, we stream every Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern time, and the games are varied, but they're usually group games. Every now and then we'll do like a single player game and kind of like group around and talk about it, but for the most part they're either cooperative or competitive games where we can play together and kind of goof off. So definitely check those out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell so you can be notified whenever we post new content. Definitely check out our website at unitedflamegaming.com for reviews, news, previews, and all that other good stuff. A few interesting articles went up. Jamie's article, the top 10 most anticipated games of 2020. Definitely check that out so you can agree with what he posted or disagree with what he posted. For the most part, I agree. A lot of the games he has on there, like Final Fantasy VII Remake and whatnot, are definitely games you're gonna want to check out this year. Um, even though they pushed the date back, we're not gonna talk about that. Uh, Other news articles went up. A new Doom trailer came out today. A new trailer for Resident Evil 3 remake. I know they're not calling it the remake, but they should because it's just confusing. But Resident Evil 3, a new trailer came up for that shows Nemesis. It also shows a bit more of the story and some more iconic characters, heroes and villains and whatnot. So definitely check that out on the site. And oh, also we posted about Nintendo sharing their plans to reveal the final Smash character for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, when I say final, I don't mean final like final. Like this is the final for the season pass that's currently available. They're supposed to have another season pass with another group of characters. Um, so if you want to, read more about that, definitely go to unitedfrontgaming.com. It's on the front page. And I think that's about it. Feel free to follow me on Twitter at KennyUFG. You can follow Jamie at UFG Blaze, and you can follow our site at U_F_G. Yep, I think that's it. All right, folks. Thanks for checking us out, and have a good night.
Alright, see you guys.